Rebellions are built on hope.
And welcome to another episode of Radio Rebellion, a Star Wars podcast. I'm your host, Alberto Calderon, and welcome to another episode of Radio Rebellion. Like I said, how are you guys doing? Happy Father's Day. So we're out there a little early, a little later. We're rocking out here on this Star Wars Saturday. Oti, how you doing today, Oti?
I'm doing good. Different set, different camera, different mic, but hey, here we are.
Same person. You're close. You're down there. You're in Florida.
We're pretty close.
Yeah, the rebellion is close. It's starting to get together, but just a little bit too far so far. So yeah, how you doing after Wednesday? You surviving?
Yeah, I as I told you, I've seen the episode 3 times. The Star Wars Nirvana. It just continues
to keep going.
Yeah, I actually had like a great day today because I got some cool Star Wars toys. I went to
nice.
the local shop and I got a Biggs, Starklighter, and Kid Anakin.
Ooh, Kid Anakin, very similar to a little Kid Luke we saw at the end of the episode. But
yeah, Alberto, I'll be right back. I have to take this call. I'm sorry.
So you'll go. Sorry. That's fine. It's not like we're on a schedule here. He'll be back. Whatever. He took time last week or 2 weeks ago. He was doing stuff, but he'll be back. But yeah, while Oti gets here, as always, make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you're new. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the new episodes that we drop every Saturday. In a couple of weeks, we're going to be doing our original trilogy trivia with some great challengers. That's going to be at 7 o'clock at night that day. So make sure you subscribe to the... Oh, he's back. There you go. All right.
Someone didn't get the memo that I was recording.
That's fine. Give me time to plug the show, subscribe, comment, like. We'll drop later on the podcast on the audio version. So, and as always, also help out with the Amidala Initiative. Link down in the bottom of the description of the video to the GoFundMe and everything down there so you get some more information. Yeah, you got some cool toys and I had to do it. You guys talked me into it. I got it. There it is. Dark Disciple. I'm almost done with it. So you won't be able to bring it up anymore. That's the only reason I bought it. I haven't read it. I just have it there so you don't bring it up.
So you posted a picture you were reading it.
Yeah, I know. I put a bookmark on it so it looks like I'm reading. I'm still, no. I don't know what this is.
How have you liked it so far?
I'm enjoying it. Quick spoilers. Give me 1 minute for spoilers.
For a while.
I know. Screw it then. I'm at the part when Ventress, Kenobi, and Anakin go to save Vaz from Count Dooku, from his Star Destroyer, and they just pulled him out. So got about 80 pages to go. We're gonna see how we wrap it up. Cool story. I can see how it kind of feels like different Clone Wars episodes. But so far so good. Gives you a lot more Ventress, which I love Ventress after Dooku Jedi Lost. So getting a little bit more her backstory is great. More with Vaz, of course. And there's not a lot, but there's some Obi-Wan Kenobi in there. Again, with all the Kenobi hype that we've been going through these past couple of months, just getting to read a little bit of him, plus Brotherhood. It's always nice. So yeah, if you haven't read it, I'm probably the only Star Wars fan that haven't read it, go pick up Dark Disciple. It's a pretty good book.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough. We're here to talk Kenobi, episode 5. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's talk Star Wars and our segment, comments on Kenobi. Who's there today?
Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think?
Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think?
It also connects back to Kenobi in the sense that that's why Maul was kept alive all the time, because he was angry. So
and it worked for the Grand Inquisitor to survive this time, and it works for Reva to survive since Order 66, as we learned this episode, just her revenge to take down Anakin. She's been surviving for 20 years or whatever. So yeah, I guess revenge does wonders. Oh man, I love him. I love him so much.
One question, do you want to know how he survived or no?
I don't care. He probably was fine like 15 minutes afterwards, and Vader said, "Just hide. We're playing this. She's doing her part."
What if they use like the High Republic thing that turns off the lightsaber? Like maybe Vader was hiding, and like when she went to stab him, he like turned it off and
yeah. Yeah, I mean, he can. He'll do whatever. So I think one of those gags is he went through the arm. He just kind of hit it between the arm and his body. He just
like when we were kids, like when you play.
Yeah,
And
yeah, just one kind of like, oh, you got me, you got me. But I love that he's back. I thought he was coming back last week. I love how they brought him back and everything. And goodbye, Grand Inquisitor, and just puts the badge back. But we'll get to that part later. Oti, a lot of this stuff, at least that I was hoping that we got on episode 4, we didn't get. We got them this time. We got flashbacks, a great lightsaber battle, if you want to call it lightsaber battle, because it was one-sided. Big reveal, maybe not between Anakin and Obi-Wan, but Reva, we kind of learn more from her backstory. Are you happy? Are you happy with this episode?
I'm very happy. I sent you the videos. I cried. I started out laughing like out of joy with that flashback.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I was very, very happy with the episode. If I were to rank last week's episode, it would probably be like at the bottom, maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd probably be at the bottom, but it did its job. Its point was to connect episode 3 with this one, and some things had to happen, and they did. So it paid off. I think it paid off fairly well.
Yeah, I see these sometimes. We're both heavy metal fans and hard rock fans. Sometimes you get one of those bands. There's a heavy song comes out. Then the next song might be their power ballad, and then the next one it just rocks again. So that's episode 3, 4, and 5. That's how I see it. It went up, you made a little cool down, and then it hits you again.
In a Metallica concert, you can't do Master of Puppets 1 and Enter Sandman. You have to have Nothing Else Matters somewhere in between those songs.
Why does Fade to Black work so great? It takes you through a whole journey. At the end, that solo goes all the way, and then you get into Master or something.
We get into Creeping Death. Die.
Yeah. You need those kind of. All right, I need to compose myself from episode 3. So that was episode 4, and then 5. Yeah. Come on. I don't know how we're going to talk about this episode in terms of chronologically, because the way, and I don't talk too much about directing and writing because I'm not a critic to be able to do those things. But the way they decided to play the flashbacks with the in-time story, come on, perfect. Deborah Chow, the writers, all the accolades go to them.
Everything. Like it, I was talking with, I think it was, I was talking with Rachel about this. It's so interesting how, and I tweeted about it, how New Hope just is like this low budget student film that we just keep on adding and adding and adding and adding, and it holds up. It still it holds everything that's been added to it. And I think some people feel like these stories take out of what the whole, when I left you, I was with the learner. Now I am the master, and that conversation they have in New Hope. But for me, it just keeps enhancing everything, and even the Leia stuff. I don't know. I'm so happy with this show. I'm just so happy.
It's something that I think we talked about it at the end of Book of Boba Fett, and we'll do it at the end of this series. How much do we really need this series, or how much did it add to Star Wars? And we'll get to that hopefully next week. But yeah, all those critiques about it's creating more plot holes or it's kind of breaking canon and all that stuff, do just interact with the story, see where we're going. And it adds so much. So why did Leia act so surprised when Luke said, "Hey, I'm here with Ben Kenobi"? Oh, Ben Kenobi. It's not like, some dude that my dad knew. She's so excited to.
Yeah, and those weren't like questions we had. It just adds to it, and for me it works. Like seeing Ben Kenobi. Oh, hi Mo. Yeah, I put it up. I forgot to, and also Roberto's here.
Ooh, Roberto! I want to hear his thoughts.
Happy weekend.
Yes, happy Roberto, weekend, and again, real quick, happy Father's Day to everyone out there. If you're listening to this now or before Sunday, it's a little pre-Father's Day. If you're listening then on Monday, little belated, but happy Father's Day to everyone out there. But yeah, it just
Happy
adds. It adds to the story of A New Hope and just to the whole story of Star Wars.
Yeah, and seeing like Ben perk up when he sees Leia and the hologram, like all
Yeah.
those little things that again we didn't have questions about them, but it just adds to it.
Yeah, because he didn't want to do anything, and then I don't have a droid or whatever. Oh, Leia, yeah, you're coming with me to Alderaan to learn the ways of the Force or whatever. Okay.
Mhm.
But flashbacks. Let's go to the flashback real quick because
Yes,
that's how the
please.
episode starts. Same scene that we got at the beginning of the series at night in the temple, pulling back. Oh, we're at Coruscant. We're this little courtyard, and then Order 66 happens. I think it's the same courtyard. I don't know how many courtyards are in the Jedi count in the Jedi temple. They pulls back, and then you got freaking Hayden Christensen right there as Anakin Skywalker. Pre-Attack of the Clones is around the same time
And-
of Attack of the Clones.
In my head canon, Mace Windu, like they just got back from that trade dispute,
Yeah.
and Mace Windu comes in, hey, the Chancellor wants to see you guys, and boom, we kick off into
Yeah,
Attack of the
that's
Clones.
because
my
they
head
just
canon.
left. Yeah, because that fight ended too quickly. It's Macy can always hear, hey, do 2 minute, like a 5 minute training, and then come back to the council. We need to talk.
Mhm.
But I was shocked for about 5 seconds in terms of, oh, they didn't de-age him. I don't care. Just give me Hayden. He looks great.
I
I love the haircut.
don't.
I want to have it again. I want a little rat ponytail back here. I want everything that he had.
And let's be clear, they do look 20 years older, but
Yeah.
I don't care.
Dude, it made me want a series, sorry, of them, how they are right now during that time period, just because he looked great. And Ewan looks great, doesn't matter, the little mullet. But just seeing Hayden again, it's like, oh, my boy, yes, you're back. We all love you.
And-
I wish we could get a series like that now.
To think about it, like Hayden was a kid when he did like
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. So I started like laughing, but it was like this nervous laughing when I saw it. I was like, oh, this is happening.
Yeah.
This show is sometimes like just so big. Like
Mhm.
I don't know how I'm gonna handle seeing like Kenobi and Vader fighting, like actually fighting, not just defending. Like,
No, and it's gonna be the conversation even before that fight starts or during, because it can be like Revenge of the Sith, they're dueling and having this conversation at the same time. But I love, like we said before, the way they use the flashbacks, because we talked before, oh, of course they're gonna do flashbacks. You don't bring Hayden just to put him under the helmet. There's gonna be flashbacks. We all had all these different theories of what it might be, but I'm glad they went this way because of the way it worked with the story. We got to see, and a lot of people have said how it mirrors their fight in Revenge of the Sith. I saw also in that third episode when Vader's just hacking down and Kenobi's kind of guarding, you see the same moves here. So they're still kind of doing the same things. Anakin hasn't learned kind of a lot afterward. We get it through the whole episode. But yeah, I just love the way it was cut, and then when Kenobi, they're about to start, and he's like, "Oh, are you ready?" or something. They does that hard cut, and we get Vader, and then that's the whole episode. That cat and mouse game 20 years ago is still happening 20 years afterwards. So I love the way that they play with that.
do you interpret it that they're both thinking about that moment?
No,
I throughout the whole episode, I saw it as Vader thinking about that moment, which, by the way, I loved. Like the fact that it cuts to him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I didn't see it that way, and I said it here before, especially where I talked with other people, usually with Maggie or Aris. It's like, I'm glad I talked to others, because when they say things like that, like, yes, of course, yeah, it makes 100% sense. But no, when I was watching it, I thought of it just as for the audience. This happened 20 years ago, and it's still kind of repeating itself now because they haven't learned. I didn't see it as each other kind of having this memory. I don't know. That's the way I saw it, because I think if Vader was thinking about it, again, Vader is just so, love that they didn't de-age him.
They're all happy with the non-de-aging.
Yeah. What's Roberto saying there? I couldn't get it.
Oh, yeah, no. So he's glad that they didn't de-age them. Like, it's noticeable, but it didn't interrupt the performance. 100% true.
Yeah,
100%.
because we all love when they de-age Luke for Book of Boba Fett. We loved it oh, look how great he looked. And then the next conversation was, well, the performance is kind of plasticky,
Wonky.
kind of dull.
No,
If
it
they
would.
did that now, it would go down because all the criticism of Hayden, unfortunately, was his the way he delivers on lines. If you get that same type now with the aging and the voice and all that stuff, it kind of adds to it. So I'm great that they just let him play with it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it cut to Vader. I don't think that it was them thinking about it, but I've heard other people say this throughout the week. So who knows? Maybe
Yeah,
we can get Deborah Chow here one day. We'll ask her.
I definitely saw it as Vader like thinking about, because I want to think that more than Obi-Wan, Vader is thinking about it because that's his thing. He can't let anything go, and so I definitely saw it that way. But we'll keep talking about it because I have a lot of thoughts on that little scene and how it just has its tangles all over the trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, Vader doesn't let go. I tweeted, I think it was yesterday or this morning before I went out, that when he has Kenobi corner, he's like, admit it, you're beaten. And then 40 years later, whatever, he tells the same thing to Luke. Oh, you're beaten when he has on the Death Star. It's like, dude, come on, you get a new repertoire. You need something else. But it's poetry. We love it. You wanna just keep talking about the flashback and we connect with everything, or go in order? We can keep talking about it.
Yeah. So
Let's go with the flashback. How did it all work together for you?
Yeah, so the way I saw it, it's like, he hasn't changed, and you mentioned that he has not changed, and that's why Obi-Wan figures out what he's gonna do and how to trick him later on. But I love how it like just branches on into the relationship. Like, Anakin just wants to beat Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And he's been trying since before Attack of the Clones. He failed in Revenge of the Sith. He couldn't beat him in Episode 3 because, he got distracted or something. And he won't be able to beat him here.
No.
So it also like connects to their fight in New Hope, where, it's a sign of the times why that choreography is the way it is. But if you like connect it to this, you could think of Vader as this like maybe more calm Sith Lord or Force user or whatever, and he's not necessarily trying to, just bash every single ounce of hate into Obi-Wan. He just wants to kill him, and he's again more calm, more collected. But again, he's a bit distracted because he doesn't realize that Kenobi is distracting him. So Kenobi will always have the high ground there.
He still hasn't learned. It's like in Batman Begins. Oh, you gotta learn to mind your surroundings. Vader never learned to mind his surroundings. It was just laser focus on killing Kenobi.
Yeah, but I love that last line. As long as you're trying to prove yourself, you will always be a Padawan. And then we get when I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master, because he's more calm. He's not trying to prove anything. He just wants to kill him.
And it also love, because this is right before Attack of the Clones, because he still has his hand. And he also plays to Attack of the Clones when he's with Padme on Tatooine after finding his mom and killing the Tuscans, and he's kind of hiding in this garage or whatever, fixing things, and he's talking to Padme like, "Oh, I should be a better Jedi. Kenobi's holding me back," and all that stuff. This just happened like 2 days ago. He just told them, and I have it here. You said it. Your need to prove yourself is your undoing. Until you overcome it, a Padawan you will still be. And he went through this in Attack of the Clones, of course, Revenge of the Sith, and then to A New Hope. So yeah, poor Anakin, 20 years trying to beat Kenobi, and he lost.
I've always loved that line in Attack of the Clones. Like, he's jealous and he's trying to hold me back. I just feel like he's just having a tantrum, and like 5 seconds later, he's like, "Hey, I really didn't mean that."
Yeah, goes, "Oh, of course, he's the closest thing I have to a father." But you just say he's holding you back, which again, as parents, we sometimes do. But yeah, again, it adds to all this story that we've seen before. It's not creating plot holes. It's not retconning. What do you think about, because I saw some people out there that have been critical of the series saying, "Oh, this should have happened in Episode 2 instead of now." And I'm like, no, the reason it works is because of everything that happened in the first 4 episodes. That's why this is impactful. If you get this Episode 2, then the whole series can't be the same thing every episode.
And again, my rant. This was a movie.
Yeah.
Damn it! Like it's like if you get a third act reveal, that should have happened in the first act.
Yeah.
No,
The battle of Mustafar. Come on. First 20 minutes should have been that.
where was that in the second act?
Yeah. Yeah. But, and then also the flashback works with Reva because when Kenobi's talking to her, and even before that, talking to everyone, he doesn't have the patience for a siege. And it then goes kind of worse again with the flashback. Again, great.
Yeah.
Great for all the directors, writers, editors, everyone that worked on this episode did a great job. And we'll come back to it. But then they got tracked to Jabim. Kenobi gets there. Everyone's happy. A little bit sad because Wade didn't make it. But we get the return of Haja. Haja Estres is back, my
I was
man.
very pleasantly surprised, and we also got Nish, who's actually Marice Alvarez, who's a Puerto Rican actress from Teatro Breve and other movies. So that was very cool.
Yeah, I mean, because of her, Tala died, but we got it. We saved the Puerto Rican. We're good. The Puerto Rican in space is always nice.
Yeah.
But again,
we got two in.
Yeah,
Kenobi.
and Bale's out there. Yeah. But then Kenobi sees, oh wait, for Haja, I love when he says, "Oh, now I feel now I know what it feels to be a real Jedi. It's very difficult," or something. It's like, yeah, dude, come on, you don't want this.
Yeah.
But there's a great business, or there's a great opportunity for business here. But then Kenobi sees all the lightsabers there, which at first I thought, oh, they're just from dead Jedi. No, these are Jedi that they've moved to the path, new identities, left the Jedi way behind. Sees a little coat or a little robe, puts it on.
Yeah.
He's gonna drop it at some point.
Action figures. We're getting more Kenobi action figures that they're not getting announced. Like, come on, guys.
Come on.
If you're gonna release them in 1 year, just let me pre-order them.
Yeah, that's why this Wednesday, Kenobi Wednesday or whatever they call it.
It started out good. Like the first 2 or 3, solid, but now.
Yeah, if everything's gonna be pre-order for the end of the year, it's like, come on, just tell us now. Tell us now so we can start putting our money out there and getting a second job.
In 3 months, you can get Kenobi with modern robes. Okay.
They gotta do like, when you get for younger kids a Barbie and one of those dolls, and then they just sell all the outfits separate so you can play with them. They should do that. Just give me one Kenobi figure and I can just buy all the robes.
I think it's gonna be a hot toy and it's gonna be like $250, and each accessory is gonna be like $100.
Yeah. Yes, okay, just give me one. But then we have another great line because in Arubesh, because last time talking about the path, now he reads, "The light will fade, but it's never forgotten," which reminded me of, I have to say, The Last Jedi. And if you only believe in the light when you see the sun, you'll never make it through the night or something like that. It's kind of have a little similar. He said it next to Leia. Maybe Leia uses that later for.
It also connects to Vader, connects to Kenobi, connects to Reva. Hopefully connects to Reva because I don't want her to die, but she knows so much.
No, Reva, we talked about this since 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. She'll be fine.
Every time she learns something else, it's like, no.
Yeah, oh man, we'll get to Reva in a minute. Let's talk about Reva real quick. She's in the Star Destroyer, tells Vader, we got him. They're in Jabim. We're ready to attack. New third sister promotes her to Grand Inquisitor. She's a bit surprised that she got promoted. I was a bit surprised also, but.
So one question: is the Grand Inquisitor like hiding in the ship? Like,
there's a meme. A meme I found. Someone, I don't know where I found it. Someone posted it, and it's one of those prank videos or prank TV shows that are behind the curtain telling Vader what to say. And it's the Grand Inquisitor with the other two. And now tell her she's Grand Inquisitor. And then when he does it, everyone's laughing in the background. So yeah, he's out there. He's waiting. Oh man, Grand Inquisitor. I love that guy so much. Oh, everything. The way he talks.
I'll admit, I don't like the way he looks. But Rupert Friend is killing it. And I was very skeptical because I was like, why not have Jason Isaacs do it? But he's been killing it.
Yeah. I love the look. I got used to it before the season started, and it just looks a lot better because they worked on it before
Hmm.
from the trailer on. Which is another thing, again, MCU, but a lot of people complaining about the She-Hulk trailer and the CGI. Dude, just wait. In a month, it will look great. They know what they're doing. So they knew what they were doing with the Grand Inquisitor. Looks great. I'm missing the fifth brother and the other Inquisitor. Hopefully, we'll get them in the finale, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's when we learned that Vader's ready to attack the city. They little Lola closes the blast doors. They can't escape. The Star Destroyer is here, and that's what Kenobi says. They're gonna fight. They're gonna attack us. He has no patience for a siege, and he sees it. Just freaking go. Just, Reva's like, oh, they can hold up in there for months. Yeah, I don't care about them. I just care for Kenobi. Send the battalion, start blasting.
It. By the way, there's like this video where they cut his speech short. Like he says like we're gonna die or something like, but then he goes like unless we, and it just cuts to the credits. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Oh man. But then from that point he gets a message from Bail Organa while little Leia is trying to save everyone. But then the message, I haven't heard from you. I hope you're good. If you learn about the kids, I'm going to help. Owen's gonna need help with the boy. I'm going to Tatooine.
I love. There's this meme like, oh Kenobi, I think they captured you. So here's all this information that the villains can't get.
Yeah, the second time, no, actually, when I watched it this morning for the
It's a
third
weird
time, I'm
message.
like, why is it saying all this? We can just, hey,
Yeah.
Kenobi, you haven't picked up in a while. Call me back. That's enough.
Yeah,
You don't need,
yeah. But
but
by the way, I love how Kenobi just gets into General Kenobi mode
yeah.
in that sequence. He's like calling the shots. No, we have to do this. He's
Mhm.
strategizing. I love that.
Yeah, he's slowly getting back into old form. And I love that scene where he starts telling everyone what to do. When Roken says, Princess, this isn't the time for you. And he's, you trust me, I trust her. Get her the freaking ladder and shut up. He's like, "Ooh, okay, my bad."
But I also love that. So basically, like Leia, get into that vent until the episode ends.
Yeah, they just hit it up there. Just how many
We don't know what to do
wires?
with it, so just get in there.
Yeah, just move the same wires for 20 minutes. Well, you don't see the red light of Lola like 5 inches from your face. Yeah, but oh man, and Lola was she was said, why are you killing me? Just a
Yeah,
little tracker. But it worked.
fantastic.
She saved the day, she comes down, and we'll get to that later. But yeah, Reva gets there with all the stormtroopers, and again, Last Jedi, blast door in between them, and they just start blasting.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, then Ken always like, yeah, we don't have time. It's gonna take 3 hours or an hour to get here. I want to meet
Yeah,
with her. I
one.
want to talk.
Yeah.
1 hour. That's when he told Rogan, just hurry up. We don't have 4 hours for this. Then we go where we all thought since the beginning. A lot of people. It took me a little bit to get there. That Reva was one of the Jedi's or the Padawans from Order 66.
Yeah.
Where it
By the
was
way, this I loved this thought on Roberto because I think the same way. Like Kenobi, just like he's like, I don't have time to think about this. We have to act. We have to act. We
yeah.
have to do something. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to call on Qui-Gon. No, we have to do something.
Yeah, which is again why we love Kenobi so much, and Vader knows his weakness, even though he will lose always. When he says Vader knows that I will do anything to save everyone here, so that's why I have to go face him or whatever. It's like, oh yes, that's why you're the best Jedi out there. Well, it's also your detriment. People are gonna use it against you. That's why we love you, Obi-Wan. But we got the reveal or the confirmation, I should say, that Reva was one of the Padawans during Order 66. Again, we had to relive Order 66, and we saw Anakin coming and just killing the younglings and then stabbing her. We got that later during his conversation with Reva. But did you suspect that her plan was not to kill Kenobi, but use him to then go after Vader?
I had heard that theory, but I did not subscribe to it, and it worked. It really worked. And the real world thing of she talking about how she had to hide between the bodies, that broke my heart. That really, really broke my heart.
I
There's
hear
my
a
dog. Losing her mind.
puppy. Yes, and it's one of those things that since the first episode, when they put the little warning at the beginning, I heard that it didn't play in all the territories. It played in the US, it played in Puerto Rico, a lot of places they didn't put that warning.
The first episode I didn't get it. This one I did get it.
Yeah, so I think, was it for, yeah, I think for the first episode they put it afterwards. I think not when they premiered, but a few days later they added the warning.
Okay.
And then when I saw the warning at the beginning of this episode, I'm like, oh crap, we're going back to Order 66. I don't want to deal with this. I'm not strong
it's
enough.
a spoiler. It's a spoiler because you know what we're gonna get.
Yeah, but it was kind of a repeat of the one we already saw, but we got a lot more information from it. But then we get when Kenobi finally gets into detective mode and kind of figures it out, and he's like, oh, we can work together and defeat her. And she's like, really? Do we really want the same thing? Do you want Anakin dead? And then Kenobi's like, not really. And no, it's later when they talk about I'm bringing him to you. But yeah, I love that reveal. We talked here, you kind of said it mirrored a little bit of what's his name?
Let me deal with
Force Unleashed. Yeah, go deal with your dog. But yeah, I love the reveal that Reva was doing all this just to get to Vader. She's been hiding her not hiding her emotions, because she's using those dark side emotions out there, but hiding her true motives to why she's doing what she's doing, why she wants to be close to Vader, is to finally have revenge for her and her friends. Like she tells Kenobi, where were you when my friends got killed? Why didn't you save us? And that's kind of the whole point of this series with Reva. We've talked before how maybe her infatuation with Kenobi is because he wasn't there to save them during Order 66. And yes, we got that confirmation also. But it's how is this gonna then play out for the finale after the ending of this episode? We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, when she tells him, do you really want Anakin dead? Where were you while he was killing my friends? He was your Padawan. Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you save us? And that, I haven't gone through anything like that, thankfully, but what does that do to a person for 20 years, having all that boiling inside you, and then meeting Kenobi, and it's, do you want to use him to help you kill Vader or just get revenge on him? Like she says, why didn't you help us? I'm not trusting you to help me now. I've done plenty of things on my own. You don't know what I'm capable of doing on my own, something like that. And then lightsaber through the door, cuts it down. So, yes. No, you're good.
We're talking about their conversation.
Yeah, when she kind of asks Kenobi, where were you? Why didn't you save us? He was your Padawan. It's like, sorry. Yeah, he was writing. He was seeing why Cody sucks. He couldn't come. No, but come on,
that scene was great. That scene was very good, and
yeah.
I love that what you were just talking about. She cuts down that door, just proving that they were just teasing them with the blast, because if they wanted to come in, they could just come in.
I mean, it took a bunch of different blasts to get it.
I mean, she opens it like no issue, and she slices like from side to side. It's crazy.
Yeah, but we're talking a little bit when you went out about how much is she really doing this to get to Vader, just to avenge her friends and all that, but also putting the blame on Kenobi, which is something we talked about. What's her infatuation with Kenobi? And here we kind of again got more confirmation that why didn't you save us? He was your Padawan. Why didn't you stop and show? She's that kind of this dual purpose of, I gotta play the bad card to get to Vader, get close to him, but at the same time, if I can get revenge on Kenobi because of what happened to us, it's kind of...
but it's also like the nature of the dark side. Like you're on a path that it's driving you. You're not controlling it anymore. And yeah, you got in this to get revenge on Anakin, but now you're just like hacking and slashing at everything in your way, just because that's what you know.
Yeah. Let me say hi to our friend Dale is here. Dale, how you doing?
Dale.
Yeah. And then Mo, she's right. Moses' acting was so good.
Yeah.
And then Roberto said, I love that Reva is angry at Kenobi because he's the representation of Jedi handing and not helping Reva. So she's after everybody and using Kenobi to get close to Vader. Again, great character. Different type of dark side user we haven't seen out there. Because, yeah, of course, the dark siders, the Sith Inquisitors, they're just playing each other. But it's kind of different the way she's going about it. It's not because she wants to go up in ranks. It's because I want to take this guy down for what he did. And then Kenobi's on the way because he's a Jedi that didn't save us.
But what do you think would happen if she like got what she wanted? I think she'd be the next Vader. I'd be like, Palpatine would probably like, bring me her.
No, that's when the Grand Inquisitor comes out. Surprise! I'm here. Stab. No,
I mean,
I don't know, and that's why next episode is going to be so important because I don't know if this is what she wanted in terms of being Grand Inquisitor, killing Vader, and going up the ranks. I don't know. I don't think that that's what she wanted.
Again, it controls you because she got in it because of what happened, and she's doing exactly the same thing that happened to her. It's like,
come on, just keeping bodies of dead people in Fortress Inquisitorius doesn't mean you fall into the dark side completely. Just
That's
maybe
creepy.
a little. Maybe a little.
That's too edgy. Even for when Palpatine finds out, he's gonna be like,
Ew, come on.
I threw
Use
mace
a
at
use a darker liquid so I don't have to look at this when I walk through. Well, anyway, they have that conversation. She comes in, and then everyone's just the war is starting. And I've been a bit critical about the music on the series. I've really enjoyed it, but
it was good.
yes, especially when they start the actual siege, when they break into the fortress or this little hideout, their music picks up, and then it's just great all the way to the end. I was missing some of those classical beats, which hopefully we'll get them at the end. I'm not sure if we will, but the music in this episode, I think, is my favorite. And let's just cut to the chase. They're being chased. The Koran's mother, which I got shot.
Marisa.
You know, I love Koran from our talk last week with the Geeky Waffle. But then Tala, my girl Tala, gets shot in the chest. Ned B sees this, does what every great droid does, turns around, doesn't care about his life anymore, and just is taking every shot. And it broke my heart, not just her dying, Ned B's action, the music in that scene was heartbreaking. She sees that Kenobi's trying to get to her, but he can't. He had too many stormtroopers on him. I love that they kind of slow the action a little bit. And then we see the control panel, and she's going to shoot it. May the force be with you. And I cried. The first two times I broke down 100%. I couldn't take it.
I wasn't weeping, but you saw me. The minute that black band comes in, I was just like cleaning my eyes and I was like, I met you like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, again, great storytelling, which goes to why, red flags when people said, "Oh, I like in the show, but the writing needs help." It's like, what the hell are you saying? The writing is the best part of the show. The thing for me.
She was a great
I love
character.
"May the Force be with you." It's one of the greatest phrases out there, and for some reason, I've been waiting for it throughout the show. And when Leia's gonna go up the vent, that Kenobi calls her and kind of says something. I can't remember what he says. I thought he was gonna say "May the Force be with you," so I had that in the back of my head. So when it came out from Tala, telling this to Kenobi again, someone that she just met. But it's probably this first time in 10 years that Kenobi has heard "May the Force be with you." So everything that he probably felt, I felt it for him at least. And it catch my throat. I started getting very emotional. Man. And then again, the music, the way she's looking at Ned B, and then he shuts down. Reva says it, they just back away. But yeah, that scene just broke my heart. Again, the acting of Indira was great in that scene. Yeah. And we forgot even before that when Kenobi is seeing the great message from Bail laying out the whole plan, when she comes in and kind of tells the whole story, why she kind of defected from the Empire. They just came in, killed all this family, a notch for everyone that I saved. And where is it? She says, sometimes you can't forget, but you can fight to make them better. again, pushing Kenobi a little bit.
Hey, it connects to Luke in Last Jedi. He will never ever be able to get over what he did, but he fights to make it better.
There's a lot of connection to Last Jedi in this series. Check in. What else happened? I don't know what else happened. So everyone's dying. The blast doors or whatever for the ship to get out is not opening, and then that's when Vader first go tell the third sister to stop it. We got Kenobi. We're done. He's ours. And then Kenobi's like, it's over. We've lost, basically. And then Roken has this conversation with him that no, they're just gonna keep coming. They're gonna kill us. It's gonna die in vain if you surrender. Then he goes to talk to Reva. Kind of tells, you're not bringing me. You're not bringing me to him. I'm bringing him to you. And then he's gonna see it coming.
He's basically telling her, if you want your revenge, this is it.
Yeah. I was like, Reva, he's gonna see it coming. Vader might be down for a lot of things, but he's spent a lot of time with the Emperor to know where they're trying to trick him. But again, it was great. Another thing unexpected.
Yeah, Anakin was very rash, and he acted very much on impulse, but he was not dumb, and he could sense these things. So
yeah,
glad to see it's still there.
Yeah, but again, I love that part. And then he'll only see me or something like that, and then he keeps cutting to those flashbacks. It's 100%. It's still.
She waited too much. The minute the other ship went, that was the time to.
She gotta do the same thing she did to the Grand Inquisitor. She get close, turn on. She again, Darksiders, that rage. She just wanted to freaking cut him in half, and then that movement. So let's get to it. So Vader arrives. Oh, he's inside, and Vader's like, "Oh, you stupid." She's here. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through this. Opens the doors like nothing.
The minute she tells him, I think he knows.
He knew. Yeah.
Oh, he's inside. Why isn't he out here?
He's secured. He's secured with all the other rebel fighters inside, because that makes sense. But then we got this.
What did you think about that scene?
Before we get to it, when Kenobi comes back and he's like, "Okay, we gotta go," I'm like, "Why isn't everyone on the freaking ship already? For the doors open, you can just go. You're wasting time." And we learned why, because they couldn't show us. So I'm like, "Come on, just get on the transport." The doors open, then freaking Vader gets here, and I'm like, "Oh, they got away." No, come on. One hand. I love that he only uses one hand with the Force. He doesn't need both hands. Bring the ship down, but I love that he just tears the ship apart. He's not, I'm gonna use the Force. He just freaking opens that crap out of that.
That was awesome, because we've seen the pull down before.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
He's like, no, and it's the angriest we've seen him. He's like, this is over.
Yeah,
and I swore the episode would have ended like after he did that with Kenobi's lightsaber like on and cut to black. I swore that was where we were going.
When he broke the ship down and broke out the first piece, I'm like, what the hell is going to happen? Because everyone's dead now. And then, no, the other one flies off. I'm like, okay, reminds me of Book of Boba Fett when the two transport, remind me of The Rise of Skywalker where they took Chewie and there was another transport. Get all those connections. But yes.
I just want to say something, because every time that comes up, I have to say it. I love Rise of Skywalker. I hate that scene so much.
Because you thought Chewie was dead?
I hate fake out deaths. I hate them. And that one was just like so fake out for fake out's sake. Again, I love that movie. I hate that scene.
I said before, it didn't get me because they spoiled it in the trailers. There's a trailer of Chewbacca running inside the Star Destroyer without his bandolier. I'm like, where's that scene? I haven't seen it. So I was pretty sure that he was alive. But I didn't know about the second transport. But when I watched it, I think the second time I went with my daughter. So, is Chewbacca dead? I'm like, no. I'm not going to make you suffer. He's fine. But the people in front of us, I'm like, yeah, I won't tell you. But
I was shocked. I was shocked.
yeah, I mean, you can't kill Chewbacca. Come on. But
But
that would have been something.
yeah. So did you notice the second chip in this one?
The second time I watched it, because
Yeah,
when I
me
watched it the first time, like, really? He didn't see the second ship. We didn't see it. This is just a blooper. And then throughout the whole episode, it's there. You can see that there's two ships.
So I watched it like back to back, and I was very like focused to see if I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is genius, because again, it was right there all along.
Yeah. And that's when he tells them, Obi-Wan tells him the line of, your need to prove yourself is going to be your undoing. He had to prove himself with, oh, look at my force powers. It's right there. They were still in front of you. If you didn't get that ship, you let it go, you could have catched them.
My only nitpick, though, and it's just a nitpick, just as in the third episode, like, why didn't he just go like, it's still there?
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing. I'm sure it's not this, because in the TV shows and the movies, they don't talk about this, but they do in a lot of the books. It takes a lot out of you to use the
definitely.
force. That's why they're not doing the force jumps and force running, force sprints everywhere. It takes a lot of you. I'm sure Vader has it, because he used it 2 seconds later, I guess.
And you have to be very focused. So maybe in that second, you're like, oh, whoa. But for me, that scene was very Last Jedi. You know, Kylo getting into the base and getting the dice, and it's not there anymore.
Yeah. So again, I get great parallels between Vader and Kylo Ren at those points. They're just single-minded on one thing.
So blinded on something that is gone.
Yeah, and someone that was blinded, here comes Reva, like we said, oh, I'm gonna get my revenge finally. And then freaking Vader kind of says, okay, I'm done playing. I mean, I'm gonna play with you, but I'm done playing with you.
He gives a lightsaber.
Oh, man, that scene, everything. When she comes and he's like, just uses the force to stop her, turns around and just pushes her away, does the little flip, stops the helicopter, the spinny lightsaber, like, holy, her face, like, oh, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
Takes up the saber, click, here you go. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, I don't believe in Jedi or Sith power levels. I don't believe in, but I just love that Vader is just like unstoppable. There's no one can stand a chance.
No, that's what I don't know how the next battle is gonna end. How Kenobi, if it's just Kenobi versus Darth Vader, he has to break him emotionally. It's the only way that's gonna be able to get away from this, because Vader's on another level right now. But that fight, it's a complete, just kind of playing with her, but at the same time letting her know that if I want to kill you just like this.
By the way, that line, you really think I didn't see you, youngling?
Yes.
I think he knows like who she is. And
so now talking about this, are they thinking about the same thing when they do the flashback to the Order 66? It's the same thing when he says that, and when he stabs her in the flashback, it's the same motion, the same thing when he stabs her here. So yeah, I think he knew, at least at that point. I don't know if he knew for the past 20 years, but at that point, I think he knew that, I remember you. But great fight. Again, Vader showing kind of just by using the Force, he can take care of anyone. Uses a lightsaber. At one point, has both lightsabers. And I know a lot of people thought, here goes Count Dooku Part 2. She's going to get decapitated. I'm glad she didn't. But yeah, just throwing the saber at her feet.
I was terrified for her.
Yes. But then, yeah, you think I didn't see it coming. Padawan stabs her. She has all these memories again of what happened. And then here comes our friend. Hello, third sister. Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think? Oh, man. And then he just crouches. You think with it your rage was useful, but now it grows tiresome. Leaving you where we find you, in the gutter, where you belong.
He kind of reminds me of, I can't remember his name, the one of the children of Thanos in Infinity War, the one that says like, rejoice.
You're about to die because Thanos wants you to die. But it's be good because you're saving everyone else. I said Ebony Maw, I think is his name.
Ebony Maw.
Yeah, which is a great character. It's just one of those people
again, these shows, these movies can be stupid because we love the Grand Inquisitor, but he's silly as.
Dude, give me a scene. You know, when people say, give me a scene between these two characters, I got it. The Grand Inquisitor and the Mayordomo from Book of Boba Fett. That would be the best. Oh, apologies. I didn't know I was in the presence of the Grand Inquisitor. It would be great. Just getting one scene. Give me one. They're both on Tatooine at this point. We can figure it out. But yeah, he takes.
Mo wants it.
Yeah, she knows. He takes the badge again. They walked out, and then she finds the message. First, Kenobi's leaving. Yeah, we made it. And Roka's like, we have a hyperdrive is not working. Surprise. And they're behind us. So we'll talk in a minute for next episode. When she found the communicator or whatever, did you know it was going to be playing that message? Because in my heart, I would say, I'm like, yes, call Kenobi. Call him for help. Did you know it's gonna be the message?
Yeah, the minute I saw it, the minute Haja dropped it, I'm like, okay, Vader's gonna find it.
Yeah.
But I was like, he can't find it. But yeah, no, the minute she's like down on the floor, I'm like, no. Because it's the double thing, like she knows too much.
She knows Owen. She knows that name.
I could just imagine this all clicking to her. She's like, you idiot, he was right there.
So close. Fifth brother, if you would have just stayed back.
So I was listening to Force Center, and they were talking like, this is this thing of, since I can get Anakin, I'll take his children. Do you see it that way? I didn't see it that way at all, and still don't, really.
I was going to wait till the end to talk about this. So No, it's okay. Again, this is where I have zero idea what her motivations are now or what's going to happen next week, because her deal was to get to Vader, was kill Vader. That didn't work. Why would she still go after Kenobi? Why is she interested in the children, in Leia, or now that she knows there's someone else? She doesn't know that these are Vader's kids. No. Just that Owen, Vader, Kenobi. I hope not. Still,
if she does, she has to die.
Yes, does she?
I don't see any, unless some Purgles take her away.
I mean, Bale mentions Purgles in the first episode, so maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, she knows who Anakin is. She doesn't. No one knows that she's married to Padme, and Padme was pregnant. She can't. No. I trust the writers. If it comes, it will come. I don't want it. I'm at the point where I don't know what her plan is now. Is she gonna go to Tatooine, find Owen, find Luke? Because the show ends with Luke sleeping like a cool boy.
So Mo thinks Kenobi is gonna help her hide.
So this is that ending. I'm kicking myself for trying to kick Kenobi when he's sensing something, when she's crawling for the communicator and she turns it on. Kenobi's sensing something. Roken asks, what's the problem? He's like, something's wrong. And I'm like, just say, we gotta go back. Because she just told him, where were you? You left us to die. Why didn't you save us? And it's the same thing here. He just left her behind. So if that's why she still kind of holds this grudge for Kenobi for the next episode, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know where she goes from here in terms of, unless she kind of says, okay, Kenobi's going back to Tatooine. Let me go there. Maybe he'll help me, or we can figure something else out. Maybe that's why. I really hope it's not that she wants to then go attack Luke and bring Luke into this at this point in terms of Jedi and Sith and all that stuff.
I don't. Thing is, I don't see her anger being gone.
Oh no.
So I don't think the next step for her is like, oh, sorry, Kenobi, let me help you.
No, not yet. That's why I wanted. I don't know. Maybe it's the sentimental part in me. I wanted Kenobi to go back at that point. At least say, hey, we need to go back and get her. And Roken, hey, our hyperdrive is down. They're following us. We can't. But it's probably nothing. I'm like, no, dude, you're just repeating your same mistakes. That's why I don't know. I know. I'll say,
I
and then go ahead.
my theory is she'll be gone in the next episode, and this is a jumping to conclusions theory, and the show will end with her on Tatooine, and it's Kenobi season 2 coming. I don't know when.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll
I don't
see.
know. I don't know.
Jump into conclusions. Don't bring Office Space into this. But before we jump into speculations for the next episode, it ends with Luke. I mean, Tatooine, and then goes to the farmstead, and then we get Luke sleeping. How much Luke do you think? Are you surprised it ended this way? And do you think we're gonna get a lot of Luke in the next episode?
I mean, I wasn't surprised because I don't think it meant anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I really hope we don't get much Luke, because again, if next episode is like 2 hours long, yeah, sure.
No, because then I
know.
have to wake up at 2 in the morning to watch it. I have to ask for Wednesday off. I don't know. Again, that's why this episode, I have no idea what's going to happen. Are they going to Alderaan first to drop Leia off and then go to that Tatooine?
Right now, they can't go anywhere.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Which, man, I saw Brad from Friends of the Force. He posted this a few minutes ago before we started. This concept art that they released before the series started of Anakin, Darth Vader, and Kenobi fighting in this fiery Star Destroyer, like inside a Star Destroyer. Is that what's going to happen now in episode 6?
Well,
the only way to let the ship kind of escape if Kenobi goes to a Star Destroyer, and then they have this fiery battle inside the Star Destroyer similar to Mustafa. And maybe and then they go to Tatooine,
cool.
and yeah.
That'd be cool, because I want their fight to end just like they can't keep on fighting, like physically can't keep on. But I mean, I think it kind of has to, because I think like the next scene in this is prepare the boarding party.
It'll be like the beginning for the Infinity War, right? When they start on Thanos' ship and he's kicking butt. Yeah, because they can't go to Alderaan, because they don't know what's going. The Empire doesn't know that Leia, Bella, all those people are involved with everything that's happened. They can't.
No, but the ship doesn't have a hyperdrive, so it'll take them days, weeks, months. I don't know.
Yeah, still they figured it out.
We'll see.
Lola fix it. There you go, Lola, and they'll get in another event. They'll fix it.
Oh, or R2 is like in hibernate mode in a closet, and he suddenly goes like, "I can help."
Like he just made it from Alderaan to Jabin somehow. I mean, they had some droids in there. One of them can fix it. Yeah. Maybe there's Chopper's in there, and he'll fix it. Pushes someone up. And they can't go to Tatooine. Like, I don't want their final battle to be on Tatooine. It can't. No, not that. Do you think Leia will make it to Tatooine and see Luke in the far distance? Not interact, but just in that distance. So I had a thought. I know. Because, again, they're not making it to Alderaan anytime soon. Bale kind of mentions I might have to go to Tatooine if I don't hear from you soon. Is that where Kenobi hands off Leia? It's on Tatooine, and it will be a place close to where Luke is, and that's where the handoff happens, and she just sees him from the far off, and Luke kind of turns to Owen. Who's that? No one of importance or something. Then the show ends.
That could be fun. We'll see.
But no interaction. There's no interaction.
So one question. So there's always this thing like we can't go to Tatooine. We can't go to Naboo. What if like the Lars homestead is in Florida and they fight in Kazakhstan? Like, yeah, sure, it's Star Wars technology, whatever. But like searching a whole planet, like I don't know. Like,
it's big. That's sometimes it's funny. Oh, they're on X planet, and they find them.
And there's only one city.
Yeah. Which in? I mean, Tatooine, even Anchorhead, Mos Espa, Mos Eisley.
That's probably the
Freetown.
That's probably the most fleshed out planet we know.
Yeah,
we've been there so much.
yeah, but no, Vader cannot make it to Tatooine and not sense Luke Skywalker. Come on, it can happen.
If I were Vader, I want to go to the homestead.
Yeah, of course.
Who's
You've been there
living
before.
here?
Just let me go visit that tomb of my mom before I leave.
Maybe he goes to go. Hey, you want a job at the Empire?
Yeah, we're hiring. Here's some invitations or whatever for when you're older. Some flyers, like the army when you're in the mall and the army is sending you flyers. It's just we have a great naval teaching place. So yeah, one more episode. Kenobi's coming to an end. Are we getting a season 2? Are we getting a spin-off for Reva? Will it be her backstory? Hiding from the Grand Inquisitors? Okay, 2 more things before we head out. And I think now I'll take it back. We're not getting any other Jedi. We're not getting my friend Quinlan Vos. He's not showing up. Force Ghost, Qui-Gon Jinn. I at least thought
I have
that
no doubt.
Okay, yeah, no doubt. But I thought that he was gonna be the one to push Kenobi to, hey, there's still some good in Vader. You gotta go find a way to put an end to this. But I think now that's gonna be the end. Is after everything's done and Kenobi has accepted what happened, that's when he'll be able to connect to Qui-Gon. It'll just be like a 3-second scene and it ends like that.
I think it would be. I think it'll be a short scene because again, it's Liam Neeson. He sucks all the air out of the room. But I kind of want them to have like this maybe small conversation at the end where Obi-Wan thinks Luke is the chosen one, and Qui-Gon's like, the path of the chosen one is a weird one. Like patience.
Yeah.
But just like Master and Apprentice, just having this friendly debate and disagreement.
Yeah. Yes, I wanted that before. Where the show is going, I don't think we're gonna get it. I think it'll be. So I'm finally at peace. Now I can reach out and finally connect. He'll show up, or I think it'll be like 2 seconds, and that's it.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm wrong because I want that, but I don't know.
I don't think he'll be in the whole episode. Like no way.
Oh no.
I think, or maybe when it's inevitable, like he knows he's gonna have to fight. Maybe that's when he shows up and he's like, this sucks, but you're going to have to do it.
Yeah. The thing is, where is he going to find a place to do this? Because I thought it was going to be in this episode, but there wasn't a place for him to kind of go and be by himself, to kind of meditate, to be able to do this. But
maybe he'll go to the bathroom for a second. I don't know.
I mean, that transfer might be big. I don't think so. He'll say, I'm going to go fix the hyperdrive. And there's Force Ghost, Qui-Gon trying to hit it with a hammer, trying to fix it. All right. So
what was the second thing?
No, that was it. The first one was no more Jedi surprises in terms of, and then Force Ghost Qui-Gon.
I'm still keen on my Palpatine thing.
Still one episode, he'll come back. He's still alive. Take him.
Because I think it'll be like this parallel, like how Kenobi deals with the aftermath and how Vader just gets mercilessly punished.
Oh,
because I go to that same line in Return of the Jedi, like, oh, Obi-Wan once thought as you did, but then he goes like, you don't get it. I have to obey my master.
I have to. He's your master now. Yeah, that'll be a good way, and it works with all the comics that show how much the Emperor really is controlling him and knows everything he's doing. And you thought you can hide a secret apprentice. That would be great. That's it. One more episode. Some people say it's gonna be 90 minutes. I don't think it's gonna be 90 minutes. Everyone's freaking out because of this movie theater in Canada that's showing the whole series 5.5 hours, but it's with a Q&A. Q&A has to be at least 30 minutes or 45 minutes. So I think the episode will be 45, maybe 60 minutes. I'm not putting a lot of stock into it.
I'm hoping it gets to 60 because the first one is almost an hour. But it'll be as long as they think it needs to be.
So. Yeah. whatever. Even this one was 40 minutes, and it was one of the greatest things we've seen in Star Wars TV. So as long as it works, it works. And again, if it's too long, I gotta wake up very early, and I'm not doing this for Andor. I did it for Kenobi. I'm not waking up 12 times for Andor. I don't think I'll be spoiled as much.
I think I really like doing it. I really really like doing it because I love seeing people wake up and seeing their reactions roll out. It's painful,
Yes,
very painful, but it's fun.
so that's the thing, because then I can just go on social media and I don't. Yeah, there's spoilers and it sucks for people, but I don't mind. I can see everything, open up all the Rock 13 decoders and all this stuff. But if I haven't watched it, you're gonna be hiding. But Andor, I don't think there'll be a lot of spoilers in terms of story wise. They'll be like, oh, why did you say this? I think I'll be able to hold out.
Unless we get like Emphas Nest and Saw Gerrera and Jyn Erso.
Which that's the only thing, but they're gonna show up. I'm saying it now. Oh, the three of them. Now, Jyn Erso, season 2. But Saw Gerrera, come on. If you do the show without Saw Gerrera, you got a problem.
Shout out again to Force Center. If we get the Emphas Nest, Saw Gerrera, and Andor, I'm gonna die right there.
Well, get ready. I hope. I mean, they teasing that solo novelization. We got young Jyn Erso, Saw Gerrera, and Emphas Nest when she's taking the coaxium. Give me something similar.
Emphas Nest would blow my mind because I love Erin Kellerman. So seeing her again would.
And I mean, she's doing Willow. She's still in Lucasfilm.
Yeah, she did Falcon. She's still there.
Yeah, Mo knows it. Mo.
Let's get that.
Mo's gonna be. Man, we have a lot of great guests. We have Mo's gonna be here for Andor. Maggie is gonna be here for Andor. Lauren.
I saw the
Rachel.
list. It's crazy.
Come on, it's crazy, and it will get even crazier. So we're wrapping up. Next week is gonna be great. Hopefully, Oti can make it next week. Arisu is gonna be here as a great Kenobi fan, breaking down the finale. Then we have our original trilogy trivia. It's going to be at 7 p.m., so make sure you guys stay for that one. Arisu is coming back. She was here for the prequel trivia. She's trying to take everyone down. Connor, also known as Depa Banaba, out there's going to be here. Who else? I don't even know. Candace from Geeky Waffle. And I forget the name. Someone from also Star Wars Editor, one of the guys from there.
Donovan.
Yeah, Donovan is going to be here as our latest contestant. It's gonna be great in 2 weeks.
I got to write questions. Yay!
Yay! I almost removed all of them. I just kept one. Almost all of yours are still there.
At one point, I thought you did delete them. I was like, this dick.
No, because when you send them to me, I had just done the Empire one, so I had like 10 Empire questions. I gotta cut some of them. So some of yours, but most of yours, you sent me like 12. I think I probably kept about 8 or 9, I think.
I thought I saw all of them, but sure.
Oh crap! I gotta go back. I gotta go and remove a few. No, it's gonna be great. So make sure to be here in 2 weeks for that. Yeah, 2 weeks for that. And then, if you want to, Oti, we can do as we're gearing up for Andor, we gotta do our watch along of a movie. Maybe we'll do Rogue One as we get closer to Andor.
Sure, yeah.
So we'll plan that out for some point late July or early August. Probably early August. July, gonna be taking a few days off. You too. So, all right. So, Oti, I know you know, and people know where to find you, but we gotta do it anyways.
Yeah, no, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at whatever it says down there. Alberto leaves the link in the show notes. I'm also
I'll put a little music for you, so at least you got something in the background.
Yeah, no, so you can find me at that link and here every Saturday at 5 p.m. Yeah,
and I think Roberto, you might be
he's back.
Night Elduke. Yeah, he's always there. He heard Andor and he came back. All right, so Mo, Roberto, Dale, thanks for being here as always. Oti, great having you here. If you're not here next week, send me your thoughts and we'll play them.
Yes,
Arsu will be here.
I will be here in some way.
Some way, through the power of the Force, he'll join us. Happy Father's Day. Stay safe. Be safe and may the force be with you. Kenobi, one more episode. What are we gonna do? I don't know. See ya.